What's going on, guys? We're back again with some more controversial music. So this one is Jason Aldean. Try that in a small town. This is the official music video. I've seen a lot of people going crazy about this one, saying he's like a right-wing nut, all this type of thing. And you know, it's got 21 million views, so it absolutely blew up in the last week. So we're gonna see exactly what he's saying now. Me personally, guys, I like country music. You know, I do like country music. Living in Ireland, we have tra music. It's called like traditional music, and that's kind of okay. You know, it's kind of okay sometimes. Not always, guys. I will say it's kind of a bit, you know, for old people. Like it's a bit for like old men. I prefer rap music. Okay, now I would listen to rap music, but this obviously isn't a rap song. This is a country music song. So I don't know what to expect from it. You know, if you guys like me, man, hit that subscribe button. Leave some love for me in the comments down below. And yeah, we're gonna see what this one, we're gonna see, does it relate to anything in Irish culture? Which I'm gonna guess it doesn't really too much, but we'll see.
Sucker punch somebody on a sidewalk, carjacking old lady at a red light, pull a gun on the owner of a liquor store. You think it's cool, act a fool if you like, cuss out.
Okay, so this obviously clearly isn't a race thing, because this is a this is one of my kind. This white woman here, obviously, you know, hating on the police, you know, anarchist, let's say. I would imagine that he thinks that she is left-wing as well. So, you know, this isn't a race thing right off the bat. This is more of a your political ideas, I'm guessing, or your political ideas. Okay.
Fool if you like, cuss out a cop, spit in his face, stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think you're tough. Try that in a small town, see how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't.
Okay, so right off the bat, guys, what's he talking about? He's saying that he said that you are, you know, going crazy, you know, you're fighting. This is all white people now. This isn't against like any sort of black, you know, or Muslim or anything like that. So he's specifically talking about white people hitting people, robbing old ladies. He said robbing an old lady, hitting people, robbing them. Let's say just breaking the law, committing anarchy. And then he's saying if you tried that in a small town, because like most of these atrocities happen in like big cities. Excuse me, guys. You don't catch like all these atrocities happening. Let's just keep it real, guys. You can't do that where I'm from and shit. Like Galway, it's small towns. Like everybody knows everybody. You know, they're quicker to call you out in a small town. Like, look at this idiot. You know what I mean? Because you can't act a fool too much, because you know, then people will call you out pretty fast. But if you do this in a big city, if you're from Dublin, nobody really knows anybody. Like, you don't know your neighbor. You don't know anyone really, like, per se. In where I'm from, like in the countryside, basically in Ireland, everybody knows each other. So if you act like a fool, you know, if you act like an idiot, then people will quick to call you out. They're like, hey, stop that. You know, they'll put some manners on you, you know, right quick. But if you do this stuff, like, you know, going crazy is what he's saying, that it's basically just in a larger, like if you do this in New York City or wherever, like all those you know, all the type of, you know, bad things that happen are only in big cities, right? They don't really happen too many, you know, atrocities in like smaller towns, which I'm sure people are gonna, you know, critique me in the comments down below. So that's my interpretation of the whole song. We're just gonna listen to the song. Yeah, is that what he's talking about? You can't try it in a small town. Don't know why people would say this is right wing or anything, because everybody here is clearly white. You know, everyone here. You know, I don't know. I don't personally get why they call it right wing, right? He's just against people burning the flag. This is also very American. Americans are very, very, very patriotic, guys. Very, very patriotic people.
Try that in a small town. Try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town full of good old boys, raised up right. If you're looking for a fight, try that in a small town.
Also, just one last thing, guys. He's saying if you're looking for a fight, don't try that in a small town. I believe I read before that, like, most of the U.S. Army, like, and military, like, Marines, all that shit, they come from the countryside, guys. You don't really catch people, too many, coming from the city. I don't know why. They just said, I remember I read some, like, statistic or something about the U.S. military that, like, most of the military comes from the countryside. Because I grew up, guys, we used to play airsoft. We used to run around the woods and stuff and run around the fields. That's basically what the military is, just shitting outside, sleeping outside in the forest areas and stuff. If you live in the city, guys, I mean, realistically, okay, yeah, I think Iraq and Afghanistan was a little bit different, maybe you're, like, clearing houses and shit like that, like, going from house to house, I don't know, but a lot of the times they say, oh, I grew up in the countryside, and that's basically, out in the countryside is what we would conduct most of the operations or whatever. I watch a lot of those American military guys, and, like, they say that, like, most of the operations, like, outside, like, in the forest areas, so, is that what he means by that? Try that in a small town. He goes, people are a lot quicker to whoop your ass in the countryside. That's for sure, guys. That is for damn sure, man. In the city, nobody really says anything to you. But if you're in the countryside, they for sure, handle you real fast, right? They bring you up on it quicker, right? Okay, so that's Jason Aldean. I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly, but Aldean. So yeah, try that in a small town. So didn't really know what was so controversial about that. Someone was saying that most people in the countryside are like white people, but not where I'm from, guys. A lot of black people, Muslim people here as well, Indian people here as well. So, and this is in Ireland. So I don't really get it, guys. I don't know what the big, craziness is, but he's basically just saying he doesn't like to see, whatever crazy shit going on, because the city, lads, let's keep it real, like, the city is a lot different than the countryside. In any country. I would imagine the city in America is a lot different than the countryside in America. Way different. Somewhere like Texas has got to be a lot different than somewhere like New York City. Like, it just has to be, right? Because I know in Ireland, guys, Dublin is way different than the countryside, and people act different in Dublin than they do in the countryside. Way different, bro. You don't get half the things in Dublin that you get in the countryside here, because people will be a lot quicker to pull you up on it. You can't act like an idiot because you see everyone every day too. Here, you're a lot more in close quarters with people, so you can't act like just an idiot. So. Yeah, guys, I don't really know. I don't personally like the whole lyrics of that song. It wasn't really that catchy to me. But I liked the beat a lot. I liked the actual beat. That beat was fire, guys. I'm not going to lie. That was a very powerful beat. Very American song. Don't know, can I relate too much as people like to say, I'm American on this. Yeah, it's very hard to kind of relate too much. But, obviously I'm not involved in any riots either. So, yeah. Cool song, guys. 42 global, one of the biggest songs this week. 21 million views. Let me know in the comments down below. Is it a racist, concoction? Is it a right-wing song? Show me some love. I love you guys all, man. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.